Alpine skiers Manny Osborne-Paradis and Mike Janyk are World Cup stars who win medals and have lots of fans cheering them down the course. When they're not traveling, training, and racing, they run a fun kids camp known as Mike and Manny's Camp, or in Whistler, Cowboys Camp. It is my pleasure to welcome Manuel Manny Osborne-Paradis and Mike Seagull Janyk to Studio 4 to tell us more. I hope that's right.
That is right, yes.
Is that right?
That is.
You eat a lot, or what?
I may steal my teammates' foods, you know?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
The bird in you.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. And you have been Manny forever.
Yeah.
At the Olympics, all of that.
Yeah.
I was reading something, and apparently you had a little dinner or something with Queen Latifah.
I did, yeah. I somehow was just invited through wandering through the village, and next thing you know, my girlfriend and I were sitting down with Queen Latifah, and we had a great night.
I bet you did.
That's what happens when you hang around with Manny, you know?
I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yes, and you know, the serious skiers, of course, are in bed, asleep. Of course they are. But there are perks to Olympics, and that's one of them.
Yeah, it was. She was a lot of fun.
So, Canadian ski team, how long have you been on?
This is my 12th year.
Really?
Yeah, since 2000.
And when did you start skiing?
Well, I was almost born on the mountain, maybe 12 hours after my mom was skiing with me. But I started skiing around 2.
Okay, yeah. And your sister?
Yes.
Apparently is pretty good at that sport, too.
Yeah, my older sister, Britt, she was on the national team, World Cup winner, so yeah.
How great. And you?
I think it was 2002, so 2 years
when
after
you started skiing?
When I made the ski team.
Okay, 2002 you made the ski team.
Yeah, I was, as you were talking, I was trying to think, when did I start? And I think I must have been about 3 years old when I started skiing up at Whistler.
And did you have a ski hero then? Like Rob Boyd or somebody?
I was a lot into mountain biking growing up in Deep Cove. Big mountain biking background, so definitely was more into that. And as skiing came into play more and more in my life, that had a little bit more. I could see myself going a little farther in skiing, and that's where I took my life.
Mostly downhill.
Downhill mountain biking?
No, downhill skiing for you. Racing.
As far as racing,
of course it's downhill skiing. Duh.
I race downhill. The majority of my races are downhill. I do race Super G.
Super G.
But the tech events I leave to Mike Janyk.
Okay, like
That's why it's a good combination with the kids.
Slalom?
Yeah.
I tried to do that once. I just shoot right out of the middle of the gate and land in a tree or whatever. It's hard.
Well, at least you try, right?
Of course you try. You let the forerunner go, and then you do something else.
If you'd like to come up in forerunner camp for us, no problem.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
What not to do, you mean?
Well, a little of both.
Come on, I learned to ski when they taught snowplow.
Yeah, that's called the pizza. Yeah. But we're working on French fries right now. So.
I know, and it's so much easier now. My skis were like 190s or something, still are.
Well, Manny still uses like 220. But that's for downhill. But mine are like 165. So
right. And the people who are now skiing on the new skis say, you know what, you just kind of wiggle your butt and you turn. Not sure that's true.
Yeah. What do you think?
To get down the hill, it is. But we're trying to teach these kids at the camp a little bit more than that.
Exactly. So the camp, the idea of the camp, when did it begin?
The idea of the camp debuted from an idea that I had a couple years back when I had a bursary for a male and a female. And it was just a Get Up and Go award. It was for the most enthusiastic. I've never been a big believer of giving the best skiers what they need because there's already enough avenues out there for them. Right. It was just the most enthusiastic, the person that kind of makes everybody cheerful and brings everybody together. The second year I did that, Mike became involved with it and also donated money. And we were talking 5 years ago and we said, well, what can we do more? And this camp came to mind. We have enough connections through the ski world and everything, and we figured we definitely should donate some of our time. And it's come from 8 kids in BC to 16 kids across Canada now, a fully paid ski camp for kids that wouldn't necessarily be able to afford to go skiing in the summer and really live their dreams. And this is just one avenue that we've
all right, and they're kids with dreams. Dreams to win an Olympic gold. Are they really good skiers, mediocre skiers?
Well, there's a range of it.
Ski team skiers?
There's a range of that. When they write into us, like Manny said, they really show their passion, why they love the sport, what they're going to get out of the camp, what they want to get out of the sport. And So we've gotten kids who will never be on the national team, but they show a great spirit. And then we have kids who, have been ranked the best in the country for their age. And so it's really that mix of skill, but all bringing that same passion, that same attitude,
right.
That really creates such a cool dynamic in the sport. Or in the camp, and then that's what Manny and I get such a great time out of it as well, because we share what it's like to be a World Cup skier and what they can aspire to, and then we also get what it's like, remembering what it's like to be a kid and to see the real love of the sport.
Sure, and the ages are.
Well, they can be 14, 15, or 16, depending on when their birthdays lie, but around 15 and 16, yeah.
And not necessarily from low-income families, but families that don't have the money to send you to summer camp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've had ranges from, single mom with one kid that is striving as a ski racer and needs the financial aid, or parents that have 5 or 6 kids and it's the last kid in the family and just doesn't have the necessary funds. There are a couple kids in university, so it is a very big gray line where we're trying to reach. But really, we just want an avenue and that we can help out. Just today, this week, we're giving out 8 $500 bursaries across Canada to some kids.
How great, and how do you raise the money? Like, where does the money come from?
Well, we have great supporters. The ski community, the ski family is really close-knit.
Right.
And so when it first started, there was only a couple key supporters, and that's really grown. We get some good things donated. We get dinners at the brew house up in Whistler. Whistler Mountain gives us some great stuff for the passes and kids. Right. And then there's just some key families and some key people that have given it. But then now that we've gotten some swell from it, we've had some smaller donors but come in larger numbers. So you can go to mikeandmanny.org, hit the donate button, and donate whatever you want, and it's through Sport BC with all tax receipts.
Okay, so it's not Rossignol funded or anything. It's not like your sponsors, none of that. It's all individual, so to speak.
Yes.
How great.
Yeah.
So,
it's the event that we have at the Mealy Kitchen this year is going to be one of those events where anybody can come. And anybody can join in our family of people that really raise money for this avenue to help out ski racers.
So you mean you give us a little wine and pick our pockets? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what we're saying.
At the Mealy Kitchen, the one in Yaletown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so people come and they donate, and then we go to camp. Who dubbed it Cowboy Camp?
Well, it started the Canadian Cowboys. That's what we were dubbed our group of generation of ski racers.
Right.
And so, it just kind of stemmed from that. And,
sure.
Yeah.
Not like the Crazy Canucks.
Well, exactly. No. They had their own thing. And
Podborski ever show up and play with the kids at all, or what?
He's always around.
Steve Podborski is a donor of our fundraiser this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Yeah, that's very well.